Welcome learners to another session in oral communication. This is lesson number 5, week 5. Today's topic is all about communicative competence strategies in various speech situations. At the end of our lesson, you must be able to identify the types of speech context, differentiate the intrapersonal from interpersonal, and engage the different real-life situations that present the types of speech context through a skit. Let's formally start by simply defining what is a context. A context refers to the situation or environment involved in a communication. In its simplest form, it is where the communication takes place. This is a set of observable conditions that both the sender and the receiver can use to associate the same things to a given message. The context definition in communication refers to the factors that work together to determine the meaning of a message. Let me just show you an example or set of examples. These are some of the examples of context in communication. We have teaching. Of course, it takes place inside the classroom, teaching learning process. We have broadcasting and dating. These are all examples of what we call context. It is where the communication takes place. Now let's proceed with the different types of speech context. Interpersonal is a type of communication which characterized by our ability to self-talk. It is a context where we engage ourselves in self-reflection and meditation, otherwise known as communication within oneself. Other than self-reflection and meditation, some examples or other examples are reading any material or imagining things. Second is interpersonal. This context involves an interchange of message or ideas between or among people. This is where both verbal and nonverbal communications are used in this type of communication. Furthermore, this is subdivided into two groups called dyadic and small group communication. In dyadic communication, two persons engage in communication and share ideas, information, message, beliefs, and feelings. This happens when the interlocutors or the senders directly conveyed a message to the other person. While in small group communication, this is an interchange of information or ideas among three or more persons. Small group differs with dyadic communication in terms of the number of persons involved. Its main objective is to arrive at a consensus among the members or to provide an agreed solution to a problem raised. Like for example, having a group huddle or meeting and brainstorming. Since there are more persons engaged in the communication process, each of them play a different role. First is the initiator. He begins the discussion where he calls attention to the topic or issues to be discussed. The second is the clarifier. He gives further explanation or examples for the topic being discussed to ensure that all participants are on the same page or same frame of mind. And we have our energizer. He simply provides an icebreaker, an engaging activity to energize the participants as well as the discussion itself. We have our facilitator as well, where he directs the discussion in such a way that all participants will have a chance to express their ideas. Furthermore, the facilitator is also tasked to redirect the discussion back to the main topic in case it goes out of topic. And of course, we have our process observer. He oversees the discussion by merely listening to all participants talk and present their ideas or sides. The process observer only participates in the discussion if asked to do so. And we have our recorder, where he keeps the minutes of the meeting or MOM. The recorder jots down and records everything. And finally, timekeeper. He takes note of the time allotment for the discussion. He reminds the participants of the remaining time to wind up and to summarize the points presented. The third type of speech context is public communication. It's a form of communication which allows for wider coverage. It is a structured type of communication, so meaning it has to be carefully planned prior to the event. It should be planned, prepared, and at the same time researched. Aside from it reaches a wide audience fast, it also includes the influence it has on the beliefs, attitude, and thinking of the people. Like for example, when we are conducting a seminar and when we are participating to a speech for election campaign. Those are some of the examples of public communication. That concludes our discussion for this day. I hope you learned something about OCC's today's topic. Thank you so much and have a great day.